Three young women, Esther, Choma, and Blessing, who did everything to escape poverty.
No, please help me! Somebody help me!
The whole campus feels alive. Music blasts from different corners. Graduates run around taking pictures. Parents shout proudly, phones flashing everywhere. Laughter, noise, happiness. That kind of happiness that only comes after years of suffering. Under the bright Nsukka sun, three girls squeeze together for selfies, laughing so hard one of them almost drops her phone. For this one moment, life feels soft, like the future has finally arrived. Esther. Quiet, brilliant, the kind of girl that carries pain silently. Chioma. Funny, loud, restless, always talking big even when she's scared inside. Blessing. Soft-hearted, prayerful, too emotional for this hard world. Chioma. See our faces, fresh graduates. Nigeria should prepare because soft life is finally calling us. The girls burst into laughter, real laughter, free laughter, the kind that comes before life shows its real face. Blessing. Amen. Because after all the suffering in this school, God owes us at this point. Esther. Honestly, I just want to help my mother. That woman has suffered too much because of me. Her smile weakens after saying it. Something in her eyes changes, like the excitement suddenly reminded her of reality. Around them, the graduation celebration slowly begins to fade. Students start leaving with their families, mothers fixing their children's gowns proudly before taking one last picture, fathers smiling like warriors who finally won a battle. The evening sun spreads across the campus in soft golden light. The three girls sit quietly on a low concrete bench, still wearing their graduation gowns. But now, the laughter is softer, more emotional, more honest. For a while, nobody talks. They just sit there watching families celebrate. Then Blessing suddenly smiles to herself, a sad smile. Blessing. You people know my mother still fries akara every morning? Like, every single morning. Chioma turns sharply. Chioma. Till now? Blessing nods slowly. Blessing. Before 5 a.m., she's already outside. Rainy season, dry season, sickness, nothing stops her. Sometimes I wake up and hear her coughing because of smoke. Rain pours heavily. Blessing's mother sits beside hot oil under an old umbrella. Smoke enters her eyes. Water splashes near her feet as cars speed past. But she keeps frying akara quietly, like suffering has become routine. Blessing. One day I begged her to rest. She just smiled at me like mothers always do, like they're hiding pain children are not supposed to see. Mother. If I rest, who will train my daughter? Blessing laughs softly after saying it, but tears already shine in her eyes. Blessing. That woman suffered for Misha. Silence. Not awkward silence. Heavy silence. The kind that sits on your chest. Then she almost suddenly laughs. But it's not happiness. It's pain trying to disguise itself. Chioma. At least your mother sold akara. My own carried cement. Esther turns immediately. Esther. Wait. Actual cement? Chioma nods slowly, her eyes fixed somewhere far away now. The sun is merciless. Workers move around carrying blocks and pans of cement. Among them is Chioma's mother. Sweat covers her face, her wrapper stained with dust, a heavy pan balanced on her head. Her legs shake slightly as she walks. Nearby, young Chioma stands in school uniform holding her bag tightly, watching, quiet, ashamed that people are laughing, heartbroken that her mother doesn't stop. People mocked her openly. They used to call her woman laborer. Some workers laugh as she passes, but her mother ignores all of them, because school fees mattered more than dignity. Her mother sits on the bed counting dirty squeezed naira notes carefully, trying to complete school fees. 100 naira, 50 naira, 20 naira. Tiny notes carrying huge sacrifice. Mother, as long as you go to school, your life will not become my own. Chioma quickly looks away before tears fall. That woman nearly destroyed her body because of me. Silence again. Deep silence. Even the sounds of celebration around them suddenly feel distant. Esther has been quiet the whole time. Too quiet. Blessing gently touches her arm. What about your mother? Esther tries to smile, but immediately her eyes fill with tears, like the pain has been waiting there all along. My mother sold everything she had. Everything. The small market. Evening. Esther's mother sits behind a tiny tomato stand. Customers price her aggressively. Some insult her before walking away. The market is almost empty now, but she's still there, still hoping for one more customer. Esther. After my father died, life became something else. The small room. Night. Young Esther reads with candlelight. Her mother sits nearby, sewing torn clothes manually, half asleep from exhaustion, still working, still fighting. Esther. Sometimes she wouldn't eat. She'd pretend she already ate outside, but I knew she was lying. Young Esther watches her mother secretly drink water instead of eating food, pretending not to be hungry. Her mother slowly removes her wedding earrings, the last valuable thing she owns. Her fingers tremble slightly. Now this one remain. Her mother nods quietly, trying not to cry. She sold her wedding jewelry just to pay my final year fees. Esther finally breaks down, not dramatic crying, just silent tears falling helplessly. Esther, I can't fail that woman. I swear, I can't. Blessing pulls her into a tight hug immediately. Chioma wipes her face quickly and looks away so nobody notices she's crying too. Around them, graduation continues. People laughing, taking pictures, celebrating their future. But on that bench, 3 girls are thinking about sacrifice, about poverty, about mothers who carried suffering on their heads, hoping education would save their children. Blessing, we have to make it. Chioma, we must, for them. Esther wipes her tears slowly, trying to smile again. Esther, one day, we'll make them proud. The girls join hands tightly, not just friendship anymore, a promise, a survival pact. And above them, the evening sun slowly disappears behind the school buildings, almost like life already knows something they don't. That outside those school gates, another kind of battle is waiting. Enugu City, morning. Enugu wakes up without mercy. Keke horns blaring, street traders shouting prices aggressively, buses dragging passengers, traffic already building under the hot morning sun. Everybody is chasing survival. Nobody has time to care who is drowning. For Esther, Chioma, and Blessing, life after university looks nothing like the dreams they carried on graduation day. No soft life, no miracle job, just stress, and silence from companies that promise to get back to them. The office building, day. The 3 girls walk nervously toward a company gate carrying brown envelopes, their heels already wearing out from too much trekking. But their faces still carry small hope. The dangerous kind of hope that poverty likes to destroy slowly. The waiting area is packed with graduates, young people sweating inside tight corporate clothes, everybody clutching CVs like prayer points. A tired receptionist barely looks up. Drop your CV, we'll call you. That sentence again. The sentence every unemployed graduate in Nigeria fears. We'll call you. Outside the building, the girls force smiles, trying to stay positive, trying not to think too much. I feel this one might work. Amen. By this time next month, we might even be complaining about office stress. God, I beg. They laugh softly. But the laughter doesn't last long. The girls arrive, tired and sweaty, their makeup fading, their feet hurting, still hopeful. A security man blocks the gate immediately. No vacancy. But sir, they posted online. I said no vacancy. He shuts the gate loudly in their faces. The sound echoes. Embarrassing. Painful. People nearby glance at them briefly before walking away. Blessing lowers her eyes immediately. Like rejection has become public humiliation now. The girls walk under the burning sun, hungry, exhausted, dust sticking to their skin. Cars speed past aggressively beside them. Nobody notices them. 3 graduates slowly being worn down by reality. Blessing, my legs are actually shaking. Chioma, at least your own still works. Mine died since last week. They laugh, weakly. The kind of laughter people use to survive pain. Generator noise fills the cramped cafe. The air is hot. Sweaty graduates sit at old computers applying for jobs desperately, clicking, typing, hoping, praying. Another application fee again? Yes, 2,000 naira. The girls go quiet. 2,000 suddenly feels like 2 million. Chioma slowly opens her bag and brings out squeezed notes carefully. Almost the last money she has. If this job no work, eh? Nobody finishes the sentence, because everybody already knows the ending. 1 plate of rice, 3 spoons, 1 bottle of soft drink shared carefully. The girls eat slowly under a weak yellow bulb, trying to pretend things aren't this bad. Chioma. Imagine 3 graduates sharing 1 plate of rice. Nigeria really defeated us quickly. Esther. One day we'll laugh about this. Blessing smiles, but her eyes already look tired. Tired of believing tomorrow will suddenly become better. The small apartment, evening. The room feels hotter now, smaller, more depressing. 30 plates in one corner, empty buckets near the bathroom door, unpaid bills scattered on the table. The atmosphere itself feels exhausted. Chioma scrolls angrily through her phone, then suddenly throws it on the bed. Chioma, another rejection, again. Blessing sits quietly near the window, her eyes swollen like she cried earlier. Blessing, my landlord embarrassed me today, in front of everybody. Nobody even reacts immediately, because shame has become normal now. The door opens. Esther enters slowly carrying a tiny nylon bag, almost empty. Chioma, you bought food? Esther forces a smile, small, weak, broken. Esther, only Gary. Silence. Painful silence. The type that fills poorhouses. Suddenly, Blessing starts crying quietly. Not loud, just tired tears. Blessing, we went to university for 4 years. For this? Nobody answers, because everybody is secretly asking the same question. Esther sits down slowly, exhausted. Her voice cracks. Esther, my mother called today. She asked if I've gotten work. She pauses, swallows hard. Esther, I lied to her. Chioma looks away immediately, ashamed, because she understands too well. Chioma, at this point, I'm tired of hope. Thunder rumbles softly outside. The room falls quiet again, only the sound of rain beginning to fall. Esther sits alone in darkness, speaking softly on phone, trying hard not to cry. Esther. Yes, Mama, I'm fine. Work will come soon. Her mother's hopeful voice echoes through the phone. Mother, I know my daughter will make us proud. I'm praying for you every day. Esther closes her eyes immediately, the guilt almost unbearable now. Esther, yes, Mama. She ends the call quietly, then breaks down instantly, covering her mouth so her roommates won't hear her crying. Another night. Chioma checks her bank account balance, 700 naira. She stares at it for a long time, then suddenly laughs, a painful laugh, the kind that almost sounds like someone losing their mind. Chioma. 4 years in university? 700 naira. Amazing. Blessing kneels beside the bed praying, crying heavily, completely exhausted emotionally. Blessing. God, please. I'm tired. Please help us. Please. Her voice breaks completely. Then suddenly, Nepa takes light. Darkness swallows the room instantly. Only rain outside. And silence. The girls sit quietly in darkness. No food, no light, no answers. Only rain hitting the roof gently. Nobody speaks for a long time. Then Chioma suddenly says softly, "What if this is our life forever?" Silence. Because deep down, that fear is beginning to feel real. The camera slowly pulls away from the room. 3 girls, 3 dreams, slowly being crushed by reality. Rain clouds gather slowly over the city. Street lights flicker on one after another. Cars move through wet roads. Kiki horns echo endlessly. The city feels cold tonight, lonely. The 3 girls walk slowly beside the road, tired beyond words. Esther clutches rejected CV papers against her chest. Chioma's heels are almost torn completely. Blessing's face looks pale from stress. Nobody talks, because disappointment has become too familiar. The bank interview room, day. A man in suit scans Esther's CV carelessly. Interviewer. Good grades, nice CV, but do you know anybody inside the bank? Esther hesitates, confused. Esther. No, sir. The man closes the file immediately. Interest gone. Interviewer. We'll call you. Again. That same sentence. That same fake hope. Chioma stands nervously during another interview, trying hard to sound confident. Manager. Experience? Chioma. Sir, I just graduated. The manager nods slowly, already uninterested. Manager. We need someone experienced. Chioma forces a smile, but inside, something breaks again. Blessing sits outside an office for hours, hungry, sweating, checking time repeatedly. Finally, a secretary walks toward her. Secretary. Madame, Oga traveled. Interview cancelled. Blessing blinks slowly, heart sinking immediately. But I came from far. The secretary shrugs carelessly and walks away, like her pain means absolutely nothing. The girls sit under a weak yellow bulb eating cheap noodles, 1 bottle of Coke between them. Cars pass, people laugh nearby. Life continues for everybody else. But these girls feel stuck, like the world moved on without them. Blessing watches a happy family eating nearby, a little boy laughing while his father feeds him chicken. Something about the scene breaks her quietly. Sometimes I feel like a disappointment. Silence. Chioma stares at the table. My mother called yesterday. She asked when I'll send money home. She laughs softly, but her eyes suddenly shine with tears. I told her, soon. Esther lowers her eyes immediately, because she understands too well. My mother borrowed money last week, just to send me transport fare for interview. Blessing looks at her, heartbroken. Did you tell her the interview failed? Esther shakes her head slowly. I couldn't. Heavy silence again. Then suddenly, bright headlights flood the roadside. A shiny black SUV stops nearby. Everybody turns immediately. The expensive car feels completely out of place here, like money itself just entered poverty. The door opens slowly. Luxury heels step down first. Then a beautiful young woman appears. Elegant, expensive, confident. Everything about her screams money. Real money. The girls stare carefully, trying to recognize her. Then suddenly, Blessing gasps loudly. Wait, Sandra? The woman turns, then smiles widely. Jesus Christ, my girls! The girls scream excitedly and rush to hug her. For the first time in weeks, they genuinely smile. Sandra, what happened to you? You disappeared after school. Sandra laughs softly, but something about her energy feels strange, too controlled, too careful, like somebody hiding something beautiful or dangerous. Life happened. Close up. Expensive wristwatch, designer bag, luxury perfume, perfect nails. This is not ordinary money. The girls exchange shocked looks immediately. Sandra, what kind of work are you doing? Sandra smiles slowly, mysteriously, then glances around like she doesn't want people hearing. Not here. Let's go somewhere comfortable. Thunder rumbles softly in the distance. The girls follow her slowly toward the SUV, curious, confused, tempted. Sandra opens the car door, then pauses. She turns back toward them slowly. This time, her smile disappears completely. Tell me something honestly. How far are you willing to go to escape suffering? Silence. Heavy silence. Close up on Esther, uncomfortable already. Close up on Chioma, curious, interested. Close up on Blessing, afraid. The SUV doors close slowly, and the car drives off into the rainy Enugu night. While somewhere in the darkness ahead, their lives are about to change forever. Watch out for the part 2.